Ashoka, grandson of Chandragupta Maurya, ascended the Mauryan throne in 268 BCE. He inherited a vast empire that stretched across most of the Indian subcontinent. In his early years, Ashoka was known for his ambition and ruthlessness. He was a skilled military strategist and led several campaigns to expand his empire. Ashoka's desire for conquest led him to engage in brutal warfare. He sought to subjugate neighboring kingdoms and bring them under his rule. One such kingdom was Kalinga, located on the eastern coast of India. The Kalinga War, which took place in 261 BCE, would become a turning point in Ashoka's life. The Kalinga War was a bloody and devastating conflict. Ashoka's forces emerged victorious, but the victory came at a tremendous cost. The war resulted in massive casualties on both sides, and the destruction it caused left a deep impact on Ashoka. The horrors of war profoundly affected Ashoka's conscience. He was deeply moved by the suffering he witnessed in Kalinga. The sight of countless dead and wounded filled him with remorse and a profound sense of guilt. This experience would lead to a dramatic transformation in his life and reign. The Kalinga War was a watershed moment in Ashoka's reign. The immense suffering he witnessed transformed him from a ruthless conqueror to a compassionate ruler. Ashoka was deeply troubled by the bloodshed and destruction he had unleashed. He realized the true cost of his ambitions and began to question the very nature of his conquests. Shaken by the horrors of war, Ashoka underwent a profound spiritual transformation. He renounced violence and embraced the path of peace and non-violence. This transformation marked a turning point in his reign and in the history of India. Ashoka's conversion to Buddhism played a pivotal role in his decision to abandon the path of war. Buddhism, with its emphasis on compassion, non-violence, and universal love, resonated deeply with Ashoka's newfound beliefs. He embraced the teachings of the Buddha and sought to implement them in his own life and in his empire. Ashoka's conversion was not merely a personal transformation, but a public declaration of his commitment to peace and righteousness. He decided to devote his life to spreading the message of peace and compassion. He believed that the true measure of a ruler was not the extent of his territory, but the well-being of his subjects. This belief led him to implement a series of reforms aimed at promoting the welfare of his people and establishing a just and equitable society. Ashoka's conversion to Buddhism was a pivotal moment in his reign. He embraced the teachings of Buddha, which emphasized compassion, non-violence, and the pursuit of enlightenment. Ashoka saw in Buddhism a path to healing the wounds of war and creating a just and harmonious society. He became a devout follower of Buddha's teachings and dedicated himself to spreading the message of peace and non-violence throughout his empire. Ashoka's patronage of Buddhism played a significant role in its growth and development, both within India and beyond its borders. Ashoka's commitment to Buddhism was not merely a matter of personal faith, it became the guiding principle of his rule. He saw his role as a king as that of a Dharma Mahamatra, a guardian of righteousness. He believed that it was his duty to promote the welfare of all beings and to ensure that his subjects lived in peace and harmony. To this end, Ashoka instituted a series of reforms aimed at promoting social justice, moral conduct, and religious tolerance. He abolished cruel practices such as animal sacrifices and encouraged vegetarianism. He established hospitals for both people and animals and built roads and rest houses for travelers. Ashoka's legacy extends far beyond his reign. He is remembered as a benevolent ruler who sought to create a just and compassionate society. His edicts, inscribed on pillars and rocks throughout his empire, stand as testaments to his vision and his commitment to peace and righteousness. These edicts offer insights into Ashoka's thoughts on governance, morality, and the well-being of his subjects. They provide a glimpse into the mind of a ruler who sought to rule not by force, but by righteousness. Ashoka's reign marked a significant departure from the traditional model of kingship in ancient India. He rejected the path of conquest and expansion and instead focused on the moral and spiritual upliftment of his people. He believed that true greatness lay not in military might, but in righteousness and compassion. Ashoka's legacy continues to inspire people around the world. He is remembered as a champion of peace, a symbol of tolerance, and a ruler who sought to govern with compassion and wisdom. His teachings on non-violence, religious tolerance, and social justice remain as relevant today as they were centuries ago. He stands as a beacon of hope, reminding us that even in the darkest of times, compassion and wisdom can prevail.